Hi, this is Abhishek Upadhyay, currently a student at MDI Gurgaon PGT MHRM batch 25-27. I'll share with you my interview experience. What it will give you is a gist of what to expect in these MDA interview processes. My process took place around March, ends at Dadar, Mumbai. The process looked like this: first VAT, then GD, and at last PI. So we were, as soon as we arrived to the location, we were divided in groups of 10 people each and made to sit in semicircular fashion in front of two panelists, of which was one male and one female. Then the panelists gave us our VAD topics, which was China plus one strategy. Now, since I'm a production engineer, I wrote quite easily on this topic, and the length of my bat was two sides of a page. And then we were told to discuss on this topic for 12 minutes. Now, I didn't take the first entry, and I think it's quite okay that you can take second, third, or even fourth entry. The risk are that the points that you have might be spoken by the other candidates. So I took the third entry and explained the gravity of the situation, that China was producing one third of the global manufacturing output, and what is the Indian stance and how are they taking advantage of the situation, plus the drawbacks of the PLI scheme. All in all, I think I took three entries, and I think that's quite decent. It's more important that you don't cut anyone in between. What it would do is it would portray that you're not a good leader, and you're not considering various point of view. Now, in our group, my interview was taken at last. When I entered the interview room, the female panelists they straight away asked me what were they talking about us in the waiting room. So it's very important that if you're not prepared for an answer, you just have to be honest about it. I said to her that I know that you are an HR professor and the other panelist is the finance professor. Also, I don't listen to all of these experiences right before the interview. It makes me nervous. And then ma'am asked me about, tell me about something about yourself. I told her that I have around 19 months of work experience as a solutions consultant and also have a passion to be a teacher. Then ma'am asked me about why have you chosen HR specialization then. I showed the connection between how HR manages the organization and how teacher manages students in a classroom. After that, ma'am asked me what other calls do I have and why MDI. While answering why MDI, I told ma'am about the 70 years of legacy of MDI. I was stopped here, and ma'am asked me what is the legacy of NMIMS. It is around the same time. So I defended my stance by saying that getting MDI would also get me out of Mumbai, which would be first time for me. It would change my perspective, my thoughts immensely. But I think ma'am was not satisfied with this answer, because ma'am said, do you think that this is a valid answer to the question? I proudly said yes, because it would give me a different perspective altogether. After that, ma'am handed over the interview to sir. The first question that sir asked me was, why haven't I chosen the international program? Now, I said that a MBA program with fees of 40 lakhs would be extremely difficult for me to pay off. Ma'am said good by listening to this answer, which was a plus for me. And then sir referred to my GD performance. He asked me about the Skill India mission that I have mentioned. Its tagline was Kaushal Bharat, Kushal Bharat. I think this line got stuck with the panelists. So they asked me, are these actually implemented on ground? I said no. The implementation is the thing that we are lacking. I referred to the PLI scheme, that though there are drawbacks, we were still attracting industry giants such as Apple. Then at last came the rapid fire round. I was asked three GK questions, of which I was able to answer two of them. The first question that I was asked of PM of Canada. The second, the US Federal Chairman, US Fed Chairman. And the third was Vice President of the USA. Now, all these three were in news at that time. So it's very important for you guys to keep yourself up to date with the current affairs. Lastly, I would like to conclude with you candidates is that do not lose hope. There's luck factor in everything that we do, but do not rely on it. Give your best. I hope that you find your B school like I did after 4 attempts at CAT, converting both core and the HR program at 95.59 percentile.